So our big friend from Mississippi, Bart Bevill, pro staffer, is headed to New Mexico with his McWhorter 7 rim mag. Those speed goats are in trouble.
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents.
Perfect shot. Welcome back, folks. This week, our good friend and pro staffer Bart Bevill is headed to New Mexico to chase some speed goats with his Hell's Canyon barreled 7 rim mag. He might have to make a long shot, but I think those goats are in trouble.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, Zeiss Hunting, McMillan Fiberglass Stocks, Hornady Ammunition, Great Horizon Ranch, Rack 'em Up Roasted Feeds, and Borden Accuracy.
So our big buddy, Bart from Mississippi, is in the ag business. He's in the ag industry. He's got a lot of customers that are now friends of ours that are all in the ag business, and he just really loves being in that business. But more than that, he loves to hunt, and Bart is a hunting fool. One of his favorite things is to hunt goats in New Mexico, and this year was going to be no exception. This year, Bart was going to be hunting in Dattle, New Mexico with Dominic Salvo and Patterson Hunting Company. First thing after the long drive is off to the range for him to check zero on this 7 mag.
So we just arrived in Dattle, New Mexico with Patterson Hunt Company and Dominic Salvo, and of course first thing we always do when we get into camp is we try to shoot our gun. I'm shooting a 7 rim mag on this trip with a Zeiss Conquest V6 scope on it. It's got a carbon barrel, and I'm shooting Hornady 175 ELDXs on this trip. So we're gonna send one down here and be sure everything's still good from the travel. Well, I think we shot in the middle of the bullseye, so I think we're good to go. It's our first hunt, first morning here in Dattle. 55 degrees. We've been burning it up in 100-degree heat at home, so this morning it's been raining, cool, not much wind this morning. We're really looking forward to a nice day here in Dattle, so let's go see if we can find a goat. So we're doing what you do in antelope hunting. You drive and you glass, you drive and you glass. A lot of fog rolling in this morning because of the weather, so we're just trying to ease around these big flats and see if we can pick up a good antelope to try to kill.
So Bart and Dominic are chomping at the bit the first morning. They get up bright and early. They go to one side of the ranch, and the antelope just aren't moving that morning. They come back to the other side. They didn't see a really good antelope, but they're not down because they know how many antelope are on this ranch, and they can't wait for the afternoon hunt.
So we came in for lunch. We had a really good mid-70s goat kill this morning, and so we came into camp and they got the meat worked up on it, and we had a little bite of lunch, and storms look like they're fixing to move in, but we're fixing to relocate from where we were this morning. We saw a bunch of really good antelope, but really not what we're trying to, not what we're trying to kill right now. So stay tuned. We moved out east and just in a big flat, I don't know what's here, 50,000 acres probably. And we picked up a few smaller bucks, but still nothing like what we're trying to find out here. So we're just gonna keep looking.
This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Borden Accuracy, makers of the most accurate custom hunting actions on the market. Manufactured in the USA to true bench rest tolerances. Borden Accuracy equals success.
So they come in for a hot lunch and they're right back at it, right after lunch. And the antelope are just not moving. I mean, they're going mile after mile after mile and looking, and they see a few antelope, a few goats, but just nothing nearly in the category of the goat they're looking for.
We've seen 2 or 3 goats, but nothing to speak of. We're going to go back to the big place we went to earlier today in the morning, first thing, and it came a big thunderstorm out there today, and I think maybe everything just laid down. So we're gonna go back out there first thing in the morning, but we're fixing to finish this up at the end of day 1, so.
End of day 1, and the MCR 7 mag has not gotten to eat, but there's high anticipation for day 2.
It's the second morning here in Dattle, New Mexico with Dominic and his Patterson Hunt Company. Yesterday was kind of a slow day. We saw a bunch of antelope, just really not what we were trying to kill. Had 1 killed in camp, so maybe we'll have a little bit better luck today. Come on, go with us.
So day 2, Dominic decides to change it up a bit and go to a ranch they had hunted before several miles down the road. When they get down here, this is a big flat, got a little topography on one end of it. He's got a windmill that he likes to get into, so immediately Dominic's up with his Zeiss glass in the top of the windmill trying to find some goats. Dominic had been up there only a short while when he found a real good goat, got back down, and he and Bart put their heads together for the stalk.
He looks like he hooks right there. I wish he could.
His right horn I can't see a lot.
The left one looks like it hooks.
Yeah, the right one I can't tell if he's the same or if he's shorter than it.
So we found one out here. We're fixing to try to get a little closer on, get over and look at him. He's got his hooks come way back, but we couldn't really tell a lot about him. He's so far away, so we're gonna try to get closer to him.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by McWhorter True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School, Atlas Development Group, Brooks Barrels, and Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. This segment is brought to you by Atlas Development Group, makers of the finest premium rifle cartridge cases on the market. Proudly made in the USA. Our stringent manufacturing process and raw materials yield superior results.
So Dominic gets down from his perch on the windmill and he tells Bart that there's a real good shooter antelope about 3/4 of a mile away. So they use the lay of the land just to move and try to get a little bit closer, and Bart finally gets a chance to get his Leah photo up in a standing position.
It's 568.
Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to talk about barreling.
We get asked, a lot of folks that call in about guns, the main question we get asked is, am I going to lose accuracy if I get a short barrel? And the answer is, you're absolutely not going to lose accuracy. Matter of fact, a shorter barrel is potentially more accurate than a long barrel because of the harmonics. A short barrel has a stiffer harmonic with the same contour as a long barrel that's a couple of inches longer. It's like if you take a piece of 2-inch PVC 8 feet long and you shake it, it's going to move a certain amount. If you cut it down to 6 feet, it's going to shake less, and if you cut it down to 4 feet, it's going to shake less than that. So the barrel harmonic on a shorter barrel is potentially stiffer than the longer barrel. So you're definitely not going to lose accuracy, and you might have a nudge of an advantage in accuracy.
Most people that we talk to that want the shorter barrel are usually going to, plan to suppress it down the road. So we do more 20s and 22s than 26s, unless you're like him and do 26s on everything regardless of.
Hey, speed kills. Speed kills. So you're right though. If I was going to shoot a suppressor and have a 26-inch barrel with a 7 or 8-inch can, then I'd only be able to hunt wide open fields and clear cuts because I wouldn't be able to get it out of a box.
There you go.
The thing you got to consider when you're talking about a short or a long barrel is a short action caliber like this 6.5 PRC versus this long action caliber, which is our 7.300 PRC. This has a much longer powder column, a lot more powder to burn. So the longer barrels are pretty much going to give you what you need. If you cut them way down, you're going to lose a lot of velocity. You're going to lose 45 to 50 feet per second per inch, whereas something like on the 6.5 PRC, you're going to cut it down to 22 inches from 26, and you're only going to lose 25 to 30 feet a second per inch. So this is a more efficient case with less powder to burn, so a short barrel doesn't hurt you as bad on that. So in summation, if you're a suppressor shooter, you might want to consider a shorter barrel and a caliber that would accommodate that. If you're old school, be like me, get a long barrel that's a speed burner.
Old school versus new school. Either will get the job done. So your pick. That was your True Precision Tip of the Week, brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles and Alan and Kyle.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Leo Photo USA, Trigger Tech, Hawkins Precision, Armageddon Gear, Mesquite Creek Taxidermy, Hell's Canyon Barrels, Gun Foam, Boyd Harness Company, and Metal Spinning Targets. This segment is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
$568. He ain't gonna go nowhere. He'll stop right there.
That 175 grain ELDX found this mark on that antelope shoulder. He went down in his tracks, and Bart's antelope hunt was in the books.
We've been looking at all this country for 2 days now and really hadn't seen a good buck we wanted to shoot. And we came out here to another ranch this morning with Dominic. He brought us out here, and he found this buck, and we walked like 1,000 yards chasing him, and him just walking away. By the time we got ready to shoot him, he was at whatever it was, 568. And so we made a good shot on him. We're fixing to go ahead and see if we can find him now in this waist deep grass. So a lot of people look at what we tote and what we bring on these trips, and they kind of laugh because they're like, "You're toting all that junk, you know, what do you use it all for?" Well, here's what you use it for, what we just did. So you need to get you some lightweight carbon tripod. And at these distances here, even this is a Leo photo, it came from McWhorter Custom Rifles, where it came from. And of course, they put the Arca rail on the bottom of the stock that mounts in this. But what you've got to have, the other thing, is just any type of bipod. And usually your guide is going to be walking one of these anyway, because he'll stop at these distances and get him a range. And so when he gets a range, then even with this good tripod, at these distances, he can hand it to you. You can spread it out, put it under the butt of your stock, and that's just like shooting at a range on your bags and your bipod. So don't get so worried about people talking about you and what all you carry on these trips, because in the end, the main thing is to make a clean, ethical kill, get that animal on the ground as easy as you can, and this setup right here will let you shoot distances that you normally cannot shoot. Yeah, don't think. Oh, thank you, Don.
Yes, sir. Good shooter.
Really pretty goat. You know, we come out here so many times, they talk about how big they are, but the most important part is coming out here and enjoying what we do with everybody and with our friends, and being able to harvest a good mature animal. He did in the video, you'll see where he dropped whenever we shot him. Of course, we shot him with a McWhorter. That's a regular 7 rim mag on a carbon barrel in their action. It's got a Zeiss Conquest scope on it, V6. This is new to us, but we really like the clarity of them like right now. So we're shooting 175 grain Hornady ELDX in it. But anyway, we had a big time.
Yes, sir.
Hunting with Dominic Salvo and Patterson Hunt Company. I said it last year and I'll say it again, there's no reason to call him because we've got his hunts. He doesn't have but 3.
That's right.
But thank you, Dom.
So Bart's New Mexico hunt with Dominic Salvo was over. The 7 mag had performed flawlessly. Bart had made a good shot. I'm sure he can't wait to get back out there next year.